Hi, welcome to INRBonds Bond News, the weekly market news from INRBonds.com, the most valuable marketplace for bonds in India. I'm Arjun Parsati from INR Bonds, taking you through what's happening in the market for this week. The biggest news for this week was the RBI notification for retail investors to invest in GSEC, and INR Bonds, as usual, put out the note immediately. And what we found, and it is give full credit to RBI, it's as easy as ordering food from Zomato. All you need to do is open an account with RBI. Then they'll give you access to the bond, the market for you to buy the bonds, transfer money to an RBI recognized or RBI entity. So, zero fees, perfectly safe for both transactions, and government bonds are the most safest instrument in the country, even safer than fixed deposits. So we look forward to retail investors investing in Government of India bonds. And as you'll be sure that we'll give you all the kind of knowledge that you require to invest in government bonds. The next news on the market is the 10-year government bond, which was issued by the government last week at a coupon rate of 6.10%, maturing in 2031. We saw the yield rise slightly to 6.13%, and the price fell below its face value of rupees 100 to close at around um, below 100. In sympathy, even the state development loans, which is the borrowing of the state governments in India, the yield also spiked to 7%, the 10-year yield, and largely because of inflation. So CPI and core CPI inflation, which is core CPI inflation is inflation stripped of food and fuel, rose about 6%. And I mean, in terms of what I can see from the household perspective itself, prices of milk have gone up by rupees 10 last week. Fuel prices are obviously at much higher levels, and all of you are feeling the pinch of inflation, but fixed deposit rates are very low, right? The bond issue for the corporate bonds clearly is Piramal Capital and Housing Finance and IIFL Home Finance. For these are public debt issues for retail bond investors. As low as rupees 10,000, you can invest, and the coupon rates are given here. It varies from 8.1% to 8.75% for Piramal, and is at a 10% for IIFL. And you'll have to look at the offer documents. INR Bonds is covered everything extensively, including a video on how to look at investments in public debt issues. The bond for the week is the Royal Sundaram General Insurance Subordinate Bond. It's a 10.5 coupon bond maturing in March 2027, but got a call option for the issuer in March 22. And the call option is when the issuer exercises the right to purchase the bond from the investor at the face value of the bond. Uh, and How do you look at the subordinate debt? Normally, for insurance companies, subordinate debt and subordinate debt in general is basically a junior debt where, if in case of insolvency of the company, then the holders of subordinate debt are the last to be paid out of any proceedings that happen for the company, liquidation proceedings. And also they have a lot of clauses for insurance companies. Subordinate debt has clauses where there can be repercussions for investors in case the ratio goes below a certain rate, which is 1.5 times. For this issuer, it's over 1.5 times. But most importantly, what you need to know about subordinate debt, which you've already given in our today's weekly newsletter, which is the search for yields, is uh, the fact that you need to make sure that the management and the promoters can infuse capital in case there is a sudden decline in solvency ratios due to bad years, right? So that's the most important factor, and we have covered everything in our own SFY. And start your free trial for INR bonds now, which gives you access to the best information in the country on bonds, market research, what's happening in the markets, across markets. We give you training as well. And most importantly, we give you access to the bond platform where we aggregate a whole host of bonds which are being quoted by a lot of market participants across the country that are the highest quality market participants. And you can choose your bond from Quick Invest, and all you need to do is just click on a button to invest. We make it as simple as that for you, making sure that all the information is there for you to make the right investment decisions. And we also have a market watch where the information is much more comprehensive. And we have a global order book where a lot of institutions do also quote on the order in our global order book platform. Thank you for listening in. And okay, this is a weekly feature. Please do come in and share. Give us the likes and share it across your across your own contacts. And don't be sure to take a free trial. You will get an ebook on um, ebook on a guide to bond investments free. Thank you very much, and look forward to meeting you next week.